stage. Give it up for Mike Pierce.
Thank you. So I have a terrible time with women overall. No matter how solid the situation seems to be, I can fuck it up pretty quickly. And I had one of these instances last weekend that I think you'll enjoy. I had a buddy come into town, his name's Fat Mike. And let me tell you a little bit about Fat Mike. He's a large man, and his name is Mike. That's it, now we're caught up. So we went to this bar on Thursday, and we ran into a couple women, and we apologized. But one of them was just beautiful, like out of my league, like every other one, really. And she asked Mike, "Are you married?" And he said, you know, he was, because he is. And she was a little disappointed. Then she got to me and said, "Are you married?" And I said, "No, I'm not married." And I showed her my ringless fingers, you know, to prove I'm not married. And she was happy. She smiled and she jumped out and she started flirting. And that's the first time I can remember that these fingers brought a woman any kind of joy. So I'm thinking, this night might be pretty good. So we're hitting it off. I'm being funny, she's being drunk, which is usually a pretty good combination for me. And she even bought me a shot and said, "If you drink this, I'll make out with you." So I drank the shot, right? And then a little while later, I figured out she's a liar. But I got a number instead. So, I said, "All right, well, I'll meet you Saturday and everything will be all right." So I walked out of the bar, and this guy who was playing his homemade guitar yelled back at me, "Hey, asshole, you fucking ruined everything." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I was gonna take her home. I told her I would lick her pussy good." And I'm thinking, that's a terrible pickup line. I'm gonna lick her pussy good. It's lick her pussy well, you illiterate fucker. That's why she didn't go home with you. So I have a bad habit of thinking that any interaction with a woman is going to lead, me to have sex with her. I am often wrong on this. In fact, I am 100% wrong. If a woman touches my hand, I think, there's a chance. If she smiles or laughs, I'm in, right? You've been laughing. Do you want to have sex with me? Do you know why? I know why. Because you're a reasonable person. I am not. It's really different. But anyway, all day on Saturday, I'm thinking, well, maybe I have a shot. So I do some adult things like shower and shave. I found clean underwear, which is a perk. I made my bed, and I even cleaned my bathroom, which, was 2 months overdue, but I needed the motivation. And, just the promise of sex can do something magic to a guy's brain. It's got me motivated. And we went to the bar, and I saw this woman again. And, things started off pretty well. And she wanted to dance. Now, I don't like dancing at all because I'm a little self-conscious, and I know that people are looking at me and laughing. Because if I saw myself dancing, I would be laughing as well. But she started grinding on my special region. And like the blood flowing from my head to my pants, so went the insecurities. And all I could think was, oh, she's got a belly button piercing. Neat. So I'm thinking things are going all right. And we start talking a little bit. I get to know her, and she tells me where she's living, what she's doing for a living. And she said, "Well, I have a son, so I hope it's not weird." And I said, "No, it's not weird." But I got to thinking about it, and I've never dated somebody who has a kid. And I always heard that you don't just date a single parent, you date the kid as well. And that's a lot of pressure. Because I have a hard enough time pleasing the woman sexually. Now I've got to please the kids sexually too? I mean, I don't even know what a 9-year-old boy likes. I could go to an elementary school and do some research, but the judges are pretty adamant that I stay away from them. I know. So, a couple times during the night, she said, before you leave, make sure you let me know so I can walk you to your car and kiss you goodnight. Now, what I should have done was left, so I could at least get that kiss goodnight. What I did instead was stay and compare her to Hitler twice. And I've learned something. If you want a woman to sleep with you, don't compare her to Hitler at all. It doesn't go as well as you think it would. Before I left the bar, she met a DJ, and she said, all right, well, we're gonna hang out a little bit. Me too, you know, she's nice. And so we go around the bar, and we start drinking a little bit more, and the DJ's joking around with her. He said, you're one of the 3 worst people I've ever met. And she came over to me, and she put her arm around my arm, and said, do you think I'm one of the 3 worst people in the world? And I said, no, you're not Hitler, you're not Mussolini, you're not Pol Pot. They killed people. You're at least number 4. Oh. I thought she would laugh. She did not. It turns out that she was not impressed by my knowledge of the Cambodian mercenary. Women are a little complicated. So she said, oh, gee, thanks. And she walked over and started hanging out with the DJ. The DJ, by the way, is a much better looking guy than I am. He's a guy I would think about fucking. So she went over, and my buddy, Fat Mike, is just a great wingman to an obvious disaster of a person. And he said, listen, he's just trying to be funny, you know, he tells jokes, he's a comedian, that's what he does. And she said, well, I know he's funny because that's, you know, we texted and everything's great. And I think he's one of the best looking guys in this bar. Now, I told her early in the night that I don't take compliments well. And I usually, like, if somebody says, oh, you're great looking, I would go to my lane standard and say, oh, you need your eyes checked, or something stupid like that. But since she was a little bit drunk, I figured I'd try something else. And because it worked so well the first time, I went back to Hitler. I said, and by the way, Hitler's mustache is way more pronounced than yours. I know. Another winner. Oh, Fat Mike and I did laugh. We laughed so hard. And then I looked to my left. She wasn't there. And I looked to my right. She wasn't there. She decided to go home with the DJ. And I went home to my clean bathroom. Thanks a lot.